Well, I think we're going to go ahead and get started here. My name's Matt Deppe, and I hope to meet most, if not all of you, while you're here at the Iowa Cattle Industry Convention over the next several days. Certainly, though, really appreciated all your involvement in the association, and just as importantly in the beef industry. This morning starts the first of 2.5 days of the Cattle Industry Convention, and what we've been doing the last couple of years is putting together a Cattlemen's College and trying to utilize what you've told us, what you've asked us from a question perspective, needs that you have, and connect them to the current cattle industry condition and try to fold some really important transformational type discussions in throughout the day. And so as you've seen in your program, we've got 3 different breakout sessions throughout the day. Usually 3 different sessions each one of those times. And certainly encourage you as you go through each one of the sessions to ask questions. And get involved in that discussion, because we're certainly hopeful that this is going to be helpful for your business back home, and certainly hopeful and interested in your insights. So give us some input too. At the end of every session, and actually at the end of convention, when you decide if you're just here for today and you take off to go back home today or tomorrow or Wednesday morning, make sure there should be a survey in your registration packet. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what topics are on your mind. We want to hear about your experience here at the Iowa Cattle Industry Convention here in Des Moines. So welcome. Those of you that were with us last year, we were up in Altoona. And I think, at least from what we've seen so far, the folks at the Holiday Inn here right across the road from the airport have been great to work with, and are actually already planning to host us again next year. So certainly hope that you get a lot out of this, your experience at the Cattle Industry Convention. Hopefully when you go back home, you find others that are interested in coming. And then, as you will see at some of our sessions, we're actually tape recording some of the sessions. So our next hope is to get that information out to the masses as well from an archive format standpoint. This morning, in session 1, we've got livestock marketing that sells in the ambassador room. So the ambassador room, you take a left as you go out this door, and you'll go by some stained glass windows. Right around the corner there's a door into the ambassador room. Road to sustained profitability. So that would be in the north and central ballroom. That's where we are at right now. And Warren Wiebert, I saw Warren here a little while ago. Back in the back. Great speaker. We had him at the mid-year meeting here in June in Ames. Great information, great topic, especially when you look and track the value of feeder calves as well as fat cattle, no doubt. And then third, in the south ballroom, so right across the partition here, this morning, we've got Wade Dooley, and he's going to talk about cover crops and managing cover crops with cows. Very important topic when we look at the nutrient reduction strategy and using cover crops more regularly in our planting systems agronomically, and then finding additional value when we put those cows out there and add some compensatory gain, whether they're getting ready to have a calf next spring or even from a stocker background standpoint. At lunch today, we've got a special speaker with us, Brett Stewart from Global Agri-Trend. So that's gonna be that big outlook speaker today. We also have a few awards. The Beef Breeds Council is with us today too, and so Seed Stock Producer of the Year and Commercial Producer of the Year will be given out at that time. And then in the afternoon, as you go through your program, topics like the value of manure, fescue, toxicosis, and understanding how to manage that challenge. And then, of course, speaking up for agriculture. Work through that program, and you'll get to tonight's event, and that's our legislative reception. But bigger than that, if you haven't been over there, the trade show is just straight out of this room and take a right. And we've got over 70 trade show vendors here for the next couple days. We certainly hope that you frequent their booths and talk to them and see what's going on in their world, and find ways that you together can work together moving forward for the best of your operation. Before we get started here, I would like to have one individual come up and speak briefly. As you'll see in the program, it says Zoetis Cattlemen's College. And Zoetis is a very strong partner with the Cattlemen's Association, not only in Iowa, but other states as well as on the national level. And each year, for the last 3 years, Mr. Brent Henningsen with Zoetis and the sales team in the state have been so gracious to help sponsor these types of events, not only at the Cattle Industry Convention, but also some of the forums that we do out and about across the state. So with that, I'd like to ask Brent to come up and say a few words. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thanks, Matt. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Des Moines and the Holiday Inn Airport down here by the airport. I think we've got a great lineup here today. Just to give you a little background real quickly on Zoetis, we're formerly Pfizer Animal Health. I think this is our second year of operating under a new name. So it's all the same products, same people, just a different name and different separate from the big mama Pfizer, if you will. So with that, we're happy to sponsor everything today with these meetings and be a sponsor with the Iowa Cattlemen throughout the year, as well as the Cattlemen's College today, as well as be a President's Council member. So like Matt said, please give us feedback, whether or not that feedback's on paper after the sessions you had today, or if that feedback comes by stopping by the booth and talking to myself or any of the other Zoetis representatives that you'll run into over the next 2.5 days. And then, hopefully you have a good experience. Give us some feedback, what you'd like to hear next year, because I'm sure we'll sponsor all of this for years to come. And then bring somebody back with you is what I would like to challenge you to do. I think there's a lot of good information here to be had. I see a lot of young people out in the crowd, which is really good in terms of their eagerness to learn. But also bring somebody with you next year so we can just keep building and building and building on this. And the last thing I would like you to challenge you to do is try to attend NCBA as well, where we have a larger Cattlemen's College session with an array of topics all over the board. And as you'll see with the agenda, I think there's a very diverse and wide range of agenda items here. And I wish that you could all attend all of them. That just isn't going to be able to happen. But maybe share notes with people. If you've got a couple people from your operation, just kind of split up and go wherever you think would best fit your operation. So with that, again, thanks for coming today. Thanks for allowing us to sponsor this. And I will turn it back to Matt.
Thank you, Brent. So the theme for this year's convention is ICA hands-on. And as you can see by the infographic, if you will, all kinds of ways that each and every person in this room is hands-on. And today we're asking you to, and appreciative that you're here to be hands-on with that pencil, possibly with that phone as you try to market some cattle or bring a set of feeders in or market a group of feeder calves, so to speak. But certainly appreciate that you're hands-on in a way to be here and being engaged. So thank you for coming today. Again, just a reminder as you get done with different sessions and your experience here at the 2014 Iowa Cattle Industry Convention, we certainly ask for your input. And so if you don't get a chance to fill out a survey, but we hope you do, please find a staff member or a trade show representative, President's Council member. We all work together, and that's how we're all hands-on together as one beef community. So with that, we'll go forward. The first sessions start at 10:30. If you have any questions, find a staff member or whatnot, and we'll go from there. So thanks for coming.